Hello and welcome to Big Bang with me, Nabila. First up, after dilly-dallying over the issue a number of times, Namma Mayor seems to have finally arrived at the right decision to get Bengaluru rid of garbage. Or has he? Let's find out.
These definitely are the pictures that come to one's mind when they hear Philippines. It is no wonder that people conclude that Philippines is all about beauty and cleanliness. But that isn't the truth. This is the harsh reality that Manila has to deal with every day. Manila, the capital city of Philippines, produces 2,000 metric tons of waste every day, and as you can see, they are struggling with the disposal. When things aren't going that rosy in Philippines, why is Namma Mayor going to Manila? Will he adopt Manila's garbage disposal model? Don't be surprised. Namma Mayor with several other big shots from the Palike are heading to Manila to study the garbage disposal model and implement the same in Namma city. The decision was taken after a garbage disposal company in Manila sent the Palike a presentation on how garbage is efficiently disposed in the city. Impressed by this, Namma Mayor has decided to go and study the disposal personally.
ಫಿಲಿಪೈನ್ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಅವರೊಂದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಫಿಲಿಪೈನ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಈ ಥರ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಗಾರ್ಬೇಜ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ 7 ಟನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 70 ಟನ್ಗೆ. 7 ಟನ್ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಂತೆ. 7 ಟನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಒಂದು ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಒಂದು ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗೂ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಬಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಿಡ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾರಾಟ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೆಲವು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವರಿಂದನೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅವರು. ಅದನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ದರ್ಪಣ್ ಜೈನವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬರದೇ ಇರೋ ಬೇಡ, ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ.
Even city in charge Minister Ramlinga Reddy feels that Bengaluru could become a clean city if we adopted the Manila model of garbage disposal. The minister himself has asked the mayor to work on the proposal and visit the city to learn their methodology of solid waste management.
ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ, ಫೀಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಈಗ 70 ಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಟನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹತ್ತತ್ರ ಅರ್ಧ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂನ್ಸಿ. ಆ ಥರದ್ದೇನಾದರೂ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ದು ಗಾರ್ಬೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ವಿದೇಶ ಪ್ರವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಕಸ, ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ತಾನೇ, ಇದು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದು
The decision to visit Manila comes after the BBMP was given similar presentations for garbage disposal companies from Spain and Dubai. Namma Palike wants to make sure that they are adopting the best technology, and that is why they have planned to visit Manila. One would definitely wonder, what is it that Namma Palike is going to learn from the city, which itself is struggling to dispose the waste generated there? Is the trip being planned to study garbage disposal, or is it a vacation? We will know once the delegation returns. Pramod Shastri, News 9, Bengaluru.
And while the mayor is looking to solve Bengaluru's stinky issue by visiting a foreign country, a group of citizens chose to approach the issue differently.
This was how filthy the pedestrian underpass at Sheshadri Road looked till this morning. This morning it underwent a change, all due to the intervention of a group of volunteers. Armed with brooms and paintbrushes, the volunteers worked all morning to make this underpass more welcoming to commuters. And they were accompanied by none other than Mayor Satyanarayana himself.
We are from Ugly Indian, NGO, and we are here for a task to make our city clean and taking it forward to make the India clean. So we citizens, with a group of the peoples, can really make the difference So we are here to show that if we decide, we can really make the beautiful city of Bangalore really beautiful.
ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರನ್ನು ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ರೀತಿಯ ವಾಸನೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಲೀಜೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಜನರು. ಇದು ಎಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಬ್ವೆಯನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಇಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಒಟ್ಟು ಸೇರಿ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದು, ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾದರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಇದನ್ನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಜನರು ಇದನ್ನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ಈ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛತೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿಡಬೇಕು.
This is an Ugly Indians initiative, the NGO which is responsible for transforming several black spots across Bengaluru. Their impact has been such that the corporation itself has sought their help to clean Bengaluru's streets. They are responsible for single-handedly getting rid of 120 black spots across the city, with BBMP assisting them in a few.
ಈ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನನ್ನ ಕೊಡುಗೆ, ಅವರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಮೈ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, BBMPನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆರೆಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ಯಾನವನಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ಪತ್ರೆಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಗಳು, ಈ ಥರ ಅಂಡರ್ ಪಾಸ್ಗಳು, ಟ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸು, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ BBMP ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಹಮ್ಮಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
Despite the memorandum of understanding with Namapaliki, the NGO refuses to take funds from the BBMP or state government for their work. From the gloves to cleaning gear and even paint, the volunteers spend their own money to reinstate Bengaluru's definition of a clean city. Today's drive to clean the pedestrian underpass on Sheshadri Road saw volunteers not just from Bengaluru but Gujarat and Maharashtra as well.
I am feeling very proud, though I am from Mumbai, but I am cleaning Bangalore city. We should come together and do the work together. It is a teamwork actually. You should not feel shy or dirty for do all this work.
The pedestrian underpass, which was ignored for years, was finally transformed into a more acceptable state by this drive. Pramod, News 9, Bengaluru.
Moving on, it was a unique park beneath a flyover inaugurated with much pomp and show, but now it is in a dilapidated state. Here's a report.
This park has two different looks. One portion of this park is filled with greenery and is maintained well. But here is the other and uglier portion of the park that is filled with construction debris. The flyover in Dumlur is different from the other flyovers in the city. The authorities have constructed a tree park beneath the flyover junction where three roads converge. The then Chief Minister of Karnataka, B.S. Yediyurappa, had inaugurated the park and a small health unit in it with much pomp and show. But now if Yediyurappa happens to visit the park, he will not be able to recognize it for sure. But surprisingly, the entire park is not in a state of decay. About half of it has been diligently maintained, but the part close to flyover has become a dumping ground for construction debris. Angry residents of Dumlur who questioned their corporator over the pitiable state of the park got little respite. The negative response from the corporator prompted the residents to speak to the lorry and truck drivers themselves, asking them not to dump the debris in the park. But despite that, dumping has been continuing unabated in the area, especially in the nights.
This will be one of the very good park. But I don't know how they brought and dumped this place. And this is a very, very sad state of affairs. They should not have done it. If they want to get rid of this one, they can sell it to some of the contractors, or they can make use of it wherever the BBMP work is being carried out by the executive engineer. This will be very, very useful. So instead, if they give it to the contractor and somebody, they will lift it free of cost also. See, this should be done immediately. The park should be maintained well.
Doors of the health center can't be opened as debris is dumped around it. Not just that, under the flyover, unauthorized sheds have also cropped up. But what comes as a bigger surprise is that the government reportedly had plans of constructing a theatre here. When our correspondent spoke to the corporator, she accused the commissioner of permitting the dumping of debris here. She also went on to promise that the mayor will bring a solution to the mess.
ಕಮಿಷನರ್ಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು 2 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದನೇ ನಾನು ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಟ್ರೀ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಹಾಳಾಗಿದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಲೋಡ್ಸ್ ಡೆಬ್ರಿಸ್ ತಂದು ತುಂಬಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ವಾರ್ಡಿನ ಕಸ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಡೆಬ್ರಿಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಸಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಮೇಜರ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇದು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಪರಿಸರನೂ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಧೂಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಗ ತೆಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರು. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Well, there is no other park in the area and residents have been keen on using this unique park for their morning strolls. But now the dumping has rendered the park unusable. Maltesh for News 9, Bengaluru.
The brutal attack on Jyoti Uday in an ATM in November 2013 sent shockwaves across the city. Today, in a similar incident in an ATM, the security guard of a corporation bank was discovered in a pool of blood.
This was a gory sight at a corporation bank ATM kiosk in HSR layout early this morning. The pool of blood and damaged ATM indicates signs of an attempted robbery. But it was only when the security guard of the day shift arrived at around 6:30 a.m. that the incident came to light.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೈಟು ಬಂದು ಯಾರೋ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕರ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರೋ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡೋರು ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರು ಹೊಡೆದು ATM ದೋಚಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದರೋಡೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಡೋರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಲಾಕರ್ ಡೋರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವನು ಅಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವನು ರಕ್ತದಿಂದ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗಿದ್ದ, ಎಪ್ಗಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತು. ಆಗಿದೆ 2-3 ಅವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
Now whoever attacked this ATM, was it one person or two persons, we do not know. Now they have first entered this place. They have turned off the switches. Now this is the main master control of the electrical circuitry here. Now they have turned off the switches, and following which they have entered this ATM. Now the security guard at this place was presumably sleeping. He was asleep in this place, in this corner here. He was asleep here. Now you can see the stains of blood. Now they have tried to clean the blood, but the blood stains still remain. Now he was asleep here when they have knocked him on the head and on the face, and soon after they have tried to rob this ATM. Now let's understand that there is an emergency switch here. Now all they have to do is press it, but the security guard did not even have time to get up and press the switch. Now the other security features are CCTV cameras, but the security guard did not even have time to respond. Now this is the ATM. What they were trying to do is to steal the money kept within the box of the ATM for dispensation. Now the money could be a few thousands or a few lakh, whatever they were looking for, but they could not do it. The security guard injured is Sunal. Now he has been taken to NIMHANS, where he is being kept under observation because he has suffered very severe injuries on the head.
It is suspected that the incident occurred at around 5 a.m. The attacker's attempt to break through the ATM machine was evidently unsuccessful. From the CCTV footage gathered by the police, it was discovered that the attacker visited the kiosk twice last night. He planned the attack on his third visit. There have been over 40 cases of attacks, attempted robberies and thefts in ATM kiosks across Bengaluru. The issue was brought to the forefront when banker Jyoti Uday was attacked incidentally in a corporation bank ATM kiosk. What's to be noted is that Jyoti's violent attacker is still at large. Today's attack on the unsuspecting security guard was nothing less brutal either. The cops have stated that they've spread a net to nab the culprit based on the evidence collected so far.
So with a security guard, these men, whoever, presumably it's more than one person, these men have attacked this ATM and severely injured the security guard. Now thankfully they have not been able to steal the cash from the ATM. Will the authorities do something and wake up, because the police station is just about 250 meters from here? Will they wake up is a big question. With camera person Ramu, this is Bansi for News 9.